I'm Debbie Clifton. I'm a staff trainer at St. Francis Service Dogs, and I'm here to just kind of show you our normal routine, what we do with our dogs in the morning. The kennel manager has come up and fed them and pottied them, and they're ready to start their day. I bring them in this room and I let them chew on some bones and just chill out a little bit, and they like to hang out together. And generally what I like to do is take the opportunity while they're relaxed. They get regular grooming all the time, and it gives me an opportunity to touch them every day and make sure they're feeling good. I'll check their ears, and I'll give them a little brush over and feel them and make sure everything feels right. This is Cairo. I have in here 4 of my dogs in training plus our staff dog, Kaya. This is Tandem. Biscuit. She likes her bones too. That one looks a little pink, so I'll probably clean that one. See, it's getting a little pink, so yeah. I'll give that one a little cleaning. Make sure it doesn't get any worse. Work. Y'all ready to work? Biscuit, ready to work? Come on, ready to work? What? Good boy, Tam. Come on, ready to work? Who's ready? Look, everybody's ready to work. Good puppies. So generally I have them all in here, and then I'll bring them out one at a time to work. Kind of used to the routine. Kai helps me clean up. Hi, Kai. We'll get another one. Here. Here. Another one. Good girl. Another one. That's a girl. Good. More. I know, it's a lot of bones. Yeah, good girl. Yeah, good girl. One more. Yeah, good girl. Thank you. That's a good help. And then the room, because we're going to sweep. Kaya helps me with that. Kaya the She's showing everybody how she helps this morning. She is. There you go. You can do that later. Here, Kai, take this piece. There you go. Good girl. Come on, sweet girl. Girl. Here. Get good girl. We're going to sweep a little bit. While I have a minute, I'll just explain. The dogs in training are usually about a year to 14 months old when I get them in advanced training. They live here in the kennel, and they go to a foster on the weekends so they can spend some time at home and just relax and have fun. Kaya is our staff dog, so she goes to all the demonstrations and any teaching type of things we have to do to help show people what service dogs can do. She is here a couple days a week, so when she's here, I like to just practice our demo stuff with her. So that's what we'll do with her this morning. Kaya is, I guess she's about 3 years old now, and she stays with a foster during the week. On the other days that she's not here, and then we schedule her for any type of demos or outings that she needs to do for St. Francis. She likes to help me with the broom. And you can help? You can help? You good girl? Get tight. Figure it out. You got yourself in a pickle now. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? There you go. Good girl. Get you helping. You. That's a good girl. All right. Let's go work. You ready to work? Huh? Okay. So, while I have Kaya, we're just going to practice our demo. This is kind of what we do when I take her out and we're talking to people about St. Francis. So first I just want to tell you just a little bit about St. Francis. We train service dogs for people with physical and mental disabilities. We service the state of Virginia and a 3-mile radius of Roanoke, where we are located. We use mostly retriever type dogs. Our partners tend to need the retrieving part of it, so we generally use Labrador retrievers, golden retrievers, or dogs that have a natural retrieve or like to retrieve. We generally place about 12 to 15 dogs per year. They cost $20,000 to $25,000 to train one dog, and we don't charge our partners for their dogs. We get all of our money from grants and donations and fundraising. We get our dogs at about 7 to 8 weeks of old, just little babies. They go into our puppy program for about a year, and there they're taught some basic manners, some basic obedience, whole lot of socialization, just getting them out and touching things and smelling things and seeing things that they need to get accustomed to, because they can go anywhere with their partners. So you want to get them used to all those types of things. The dogs stay with their puppy raiser, who's a volunteer, for about the first year or so, and then they'll come into what we call advanced training, where we build on those puppy skills and teach them all the things that they need to know to be a service dog. So I'm going to show you a few things that a service dog can do with Kaya, and then we'll open for questions at the end. So Kaya, here. The first thing I actually want to talk about, we're going to get her dressed, is the vest. Often when you see a service dog out in public, they're going to have a vest, and it's going to say, please do not pet, or something like that on the vest probably. And that's not because, we're mean and don't want our dogs to be petted. It's just that when the dogs are out and they're focused on their person and they're trying to work, it's hard for them to work if they're distracted. They get lots of pets from their partner. It's actually great. These dogs are with their person 24/7, so it's a great life for a dog, and they get lots and lots of pets. But when they're out in public, it's best not to distract them with pets or Googles or anything like that. So we're going to get her dressed. Get dressed. And get dressed is an actual command for our dogs. They start when they're little puppies, and what they need to do is just be real calm and patient while they're getting their equipment on. Because for some of our partners, that's really hard. It's just the dexterity and the time that it takes to get their dog dressed. So the dog has to learn to just be real calm and patient while they're getting dressed. Good girl, please. So let's talk about just a service dog. I mean, we have there's lots of great dogs out there. They can sit and do great things, but what makes that dog different than a service dog? Okay, here. Good girl. Sit. Good sit. So I've asked her to sit. So a big difference between a great pet and somebody can catch a ball and a service dog is that a service dog has to do it no matter what, no matter where they are and no matter what's going on. So anything that we teach a service dog, we have to bump it up and make sure that they'll do it no matter what. And I can tell you that Kaya, she loves to play ball. This is like one of her favorite things. Good sit. But I've asked her to sit, so she can't have the ball. And other distractions are that are very tempting could be food. St. Francis dogs are never allowed to eat food off the floor. And I've asked her to sit, and she's not going to go for the food. Or people who like just regular people food. It smells so good. This is some good stuff. Good. And I've asked her to sit. She's going to sit. And actually the hardest thing of all, these look hard, but the very hardest one is what we talked about just a minute ago, is people in public. It is, puppy, puppy, look at that beautiful puppy. Oh my gosh. That's the hardest thing for them, is because they love to be told they're wonderful and they love to be petted. So that's the hardest thing. And we work a whole lot on them to be able to maintain their commands no matter what. Girl, release. Good. Did you think she was going to go for that cookie? No, she wouldn't go for the cookie. Service dogs aren't allowed to eat anything off the floor. They get to go to restaurants and any place like that, so they're not allowed to get any food off the floor, ever, ever, ever. Good girl. Alright. So another thing we spend a lot of time on with our service dogs is position work and just being able to maneuver around the partner on verbal commands, because the partner can take their dog anywhere, so they need to be able to move them around their body. So, okay, left. Good girl. She's going to move to my left side and kind of line up with the seam of my pants. Good girl. Sit. Good. She's getting smart. Okay, right. Good girl. So she's going to be able to move around whatever the partner needs from one side to the other. Stand. And she can hold this position just beside me still, or if I start to move. Okay, right? Yes. Good girl. Good. And partner may need her to carry a little something. They love to carry things. Good girl, right? Good girl. Right? Good girl. Okay, right? There you go. Yeah. Good girl. Release. Good job. Good girl. So that's position work. We work a lot on that. Another thing we work on is what I mentioned earlier is the retrieve. Our partners need their dogs to pick up things. They might not be physically able to pick up something or might not have the dexterity. So we spend a lot of time on the retrieve, and that's something that dogs just like to do. When we take that same fun thing that they enjoy doing and we just put some controls on it to just make it more consistent and safe for our partner. So what we're looking for in a retrieve from our dog is first that they wait until we ask them to get the item, because they love to bring things. They'll be constantly bringing things. Then they go directly to the item, and they pick it up and turn and bring it directly back to you. And then they need to hold it until you put your hands on it and say the word give. We don't want them to just come and drop it at the person's feet, because our partners might not be able to reach it, so that wouldn't be helpful at all. So we're going to see how Kaya does with her retrieve. Wait. Okay, get it? Girl. Good. Good girl. So on that one, she didn't come quite up close enough to me, so I helped her out a little bit and asked her to come in a little closer. We need them to be close and to raise their head up so the partners can get it easily. I'll go ahead and mention, service dogs, they're not robots. They're not perfect. They're going to make mistakes. But the thing is, we teach our partners how to help our dogs when they do make mistakes. And that was a little tiny mistake on her part, and I helped her with it. So we start with the dumbbell, a training dumbbell, and then, like I said earlier, they have to do all different kinds of objects in all different kinds of environments. So we'll take this dumbbell and we'll take it out in the grass. We'll take it all different places. We'll start adding different items. They can pick up small things. Can I get it? Good girl. And she can pick up big things. You already saw her with the broom. She loves getting things. Can I get it? Good girl. Good girl. That was very good. You held your head up. Good girl. Good. So they can get all different items. We practice with all different types of things. Another task that's similar to that is the tug. A lot of dogs like to tug and play tug, and they enjoy that. So we take that same drive that they enjoy, and we just, again, put some controls on it so that it's going to be helpful to our partners. And just imagine what would be helpful is that control and to be able to hold a tug. Like if they were pulling a door open, they need to hold the door while the person goes through. So we teach a tug, hold, tug. Did I get it? Tug, hold, tug. Good girl, drop. Yes, good. So we'll show you on this door over here. This is an example. Hi, here. Hold, drop. Good. And this door is fairly light, and then we practice on heavier doors, so they actually have to hold the door and go through. I'll practice going through myself. I'll practice going through on a walker or a rollator or a wheelchair, so they get the idea. They quickly understand that that's their purpose, is to hold that door so you can go through. Tug is also great for, they can open refrigerators and cabinets. They can help with clothing. They can help their partners, pull the sheets up on the bed, or tuck, tuck, good girl. You can also put a little tiny, yeah, good girl. You can put a little toe strap on the back of your shoe. They can pull your shoe off. They can help with gloves, socks, anything like that. So, Kai, place. I just want to mention right now that you've seen Kai and you see how happy she is, especially when she's doing something hard, actually, like that room. Her tail is just going, she's just happy as she can be. And that's the life of a service dog. They're doing something they enjoy, especially if they're with a person that they care about. We do have dismissals in our program based on health or behavior. We screen our dogs extensively because we don't want to pass on any health burden to our partners. We also will dismiss for behavioral issues. A service dog cannot be aggressive in any way, so they can't have any barking or excessive growling, or they can't be afraid of things. I mean, there's a lot of dogs that are just afraid of thunder, but I mean, service dogs have to work when it's thundering, so there's a lot of dismissals based on just normal dog behavior. Also, I just wanted to point out that if a dog, outside of those things, if a dog is just not happy working for some reason, they tell us, and we don't make a dog be a service dog if they don't want to be. If they're not happy working, we're not going to make them be a service dog. Release. Good. So a couple other tasks real quickly that I can show you is they can turn on light switch. Yes, girl. And we teach them to go up on the wall. We start with a little handheld like this, and they can turn on a light switch. Not many people have landline phones anymore, but we do teach them to get a phone. The person has a phone in a same place in their house all the time. Is that your telephone? Okay. Is that your telephone? Good girl. Right here. Good. Hi, telephone. Good. She's going to hold that again until I take it. Good girl. So I take that. Another handy task is put it in. They like to pick up things again and put them in a basket. Okay, get it? Put it in. Girl. Put it in. Put it in. Girl, there's one more. There you go. Put it in. Yes, good girl. That was very good. Good girl. So they can help pick up things. They like to do laundry, like getting things out of the, pulling things out of the dryer, the washing machine. They enjoy all that kind of stuff. So try to place. So that's just a quick showing of some of the things that a service dog can do. The thing that I find great when we make these matches is not all this stuff that that I've taught them. It ends up in the end being just the dogs being themselves and giving the person that special bond and special relationship. I have some quotes from some of our partners from, when we ask, what do they like the most about their service dog? And it's never, well, they pick this thing up for me, or they hold the door for me. It's more things like, he's my best friend. She diminishes my feeling of loneliness. My son is 11, and he made his first friend this year. He makes me concentrate on what I can do instead of what I can't do. My dog gives me confidence. She makes my daughter's wheelchair disappear. I can smile again. So so we say that, our mission is to provide these service dogs for people to lead more independent lives, but they definitely have happier lives with these service dogs as well. So